studies at home. You can be watching the news. That's one of the best things students can do. And visiting historic and cultural sites in France are one of the best things that you can do to support social studies at home. English.
Mary, will I say to you, like, next slide, please, when I'm ready for my next slide? Or
well, let's see if I can anticipate.
Okay, I'll try to anticipate. Hi, I'm Julie Forbes. I teach 6th grade English, and as Valerie said, I've been here now, I just counted, it's my 22nd year teaching 6th grade at ASP. And as I think my colleagues will agree, it never gets old, it never gets boring. It's always a new set of students, a new set of exciting things that are happening in class, new ideas, and I try to put in a lot of new things myself each year, but also bringing back the basics that I do every year. So as you can see, in terms of reading, I hope you have already seen that your children are reading at home. Every student has a book in their hands and they're reading something at home every night. If they haven't been reading at home, ask them about it. We've just started a novel that we're listening, the students have a copy of it, but we're also listening to it as an audio book because I think it's really interesting to listen to a book and hear the voices, and it brings the novel alive. So far, they've been enjoying it. You can ask them about that as well. We will very soon be diving into narrative and then eventually persuasive writing. At the moment, your children are learning how to write a polite email to their teachers. And as I said to my advisory parents, we can take that out of your hands and put it into their hands and have them be independent in contacting their teachers by email. Eventually, we will get into planning, writing, practicing, and delivering speeches. Might be a little hard with masks. I might do it through video. I'm going to be rethinking how I might do that aspect of my curriculum. The 6th graders each have a vocabulary workbook. Ask them to show it to you. They are currently learning some new words, and these are words that I will be asking them to show in their writing and their speaking. And finally, pretty soon, they're all going to be signing up on a site called No Red Ink, which will give students some practice in basic skills. The great thing about this site is that I can individualize the instruction. So kids have all different needs in terms of punctuation, sentence structure, spelling, and I can individualize that for them. There's one thing that's not on the slide that I just didn't have room. I've started training in something called visual thinking skills, which dovetails from what the lower school art teacher, if you were at our lower school last year, the 5th graders worked with Miss Dallasanta on looking at images and talking about them. And I'm now doing the training program, a full year's training program in that, and I would like to incorporate looking at images, talking, and writing. And I'm also taking an art history class at the Louvre at the moment, which I think is really going to help me with that part of the curriculum that I'd like to add this year. Okay. Your kids have maybe told you that they are supposed to read for at least 30 minutes every night. For some kids, that's easy. For some kids, it's not so easy. And I've told them that they can even try to divide that into 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes at another time. I've told them to carry their book with them wherever they go. Maybe you have to go to IKEA or the supermarket or some other kind of place, waiting room where they can pull out their book and read for a few minutes. Most of them, they're telling me that they're reading for 30 minutes, and I believe them. So ask them about it, encourage them to find the time and the space to read every day. I tell them that it's like brushing your teeth. You have to brush your teeth every day. You can't let it go for a week and then catch up with brushing your teeth. That doesn't work. And it's the same for reading. There are kids who really don't like reading, and there are kids who love reading. I'm used to that in 6th grade. When children say they hate reading, it's because they've been reading books that are too hard. And so our job in the 6th grade, in conjunction with the librarians, is to help them find a book that's at their level, and of course, a topic that's interesting to them. If you find that your child is having a hard time with that, tell them to come and talk to me about it. We do have an English notebook, and I require writing by hand. As you know, brain research has shown that when you're brainstorming and planning and drafting by hand, that activates a different part of your brain from just typing on the keyboard. And so you'll see that they handwrite in their reading journal, they handwrite in their English notebook before eventually going to type. And by the way, I've discovered that lots of 6th graders need to learn how to touch type. It sounds like it's an old-fashioned skill, but to be honest, we all have to type. And if you have older children, you know they've got to type essays and things like that in the upper school. I have a website for it. I can't dedicate my whole English program to learning to type. I'll try here and there, a few minutes here and there. I have a great program that kids enjoy. It's fun. It's got a laughing Scottish cow. And so if you have an odd moment at home, they can get on their typing program and at least learn where to place their fingers on the keyboard. It makes it much easier. Parents always ask me, what can I do to support my sixth grader at home? And I think the number one thing that I could say to you is read aloud together, discuss books together, talk about what you're reading, ask them about their books. They have a vocabulary workbook. Ask them to show you the list or have some fun. Make it a game. How many times a day can we use this word? Who can use this word more often? And I think most importantly, help your child find something that they love, something that they're passionate about, something that they can explore. And this will really lead them to find things that they want to read about that topic. It will help them with writing, especially with persuasive writing, and even for finding topics to deliver speeches. Help them find something that they love, and they'll be happy. And my last slide is about writing and rewriting. I think the hardest thing with writing is having to go back and revise, and that is something that I work a lot on in English class. I think I'm over. Sorry. Thank you very much.